Hi guys, welcome back. So a little while ago, a couple of us got the Can-Swe hurricane jackets, and I thought it was about time I gave you a quick look as well as a little review of what we think of the jackets so far. This is not a sponsored video. We got these jackets from raingearpro.ca, where they currently retail for $340 Canadian. The hurricane jacket is made in Canada, which is great. We like to buy local, or at least North American as much as possible. And it was originally designed by BC loggers to hold up to tough wet conditions. And it is very tough. Unless you go at it with a knife or something, no branch or spiky bush is going to get through this thing. It literally stands up for itself. As you can see, it is super high vis with great colors for forestry work. One thing about it though, if you're logging with machines and saws and earmuffs that you probably won't notice, is that it is quite noisy. So if you're planning or thinking about using it to go hunting with, it's not stealthy. This jacket's biggest strength is also kind of its biggest weakness. It is completely waterproof, in and out. So water will not get through in either direction. So if you're someone who sweats a lot when you're working hard, you're definitely going to get a bit swampy in this jacket. Even though they've designed it with snaps, so that there's some airflow, as well as a torso vent, which is under the reflective tape all around. It doesn't breathe a lot. Like, at least the torso has a little bit of airflow, but the sleeves have none at all. On top of that, the sleeves have a double lining inside that's like, it's not stuck to the outer shell at all, so they tend to poof towards you and stick to you, which really prevents all airflow whatsoever in the sleeves. Another minor inconvenience we've noticed with the jacket is that when you're carrying your saw around, the pull cord handle can actually work its way inside here and get snagged in the snaps. So just a minor inconvenience to be aware of. For sizing, these jackets are North American sizes, which I find tend to run a little bit larger, and they do not carry women's sizes at all. So I got a small, which was the smallest size available, and it is pretty roomy for me. You can see, like most things. But I really like that because I'm not going to wear a jacket like this in the summer when it's hot and raining. Like, I'd be too hot and going to be wet anyway. But when it's cold and raining, I like to layer up. So I've got so many layers. So we've got a lightweight base layer, a midweight base layer, a fleece, insulated jacket, and the shell. And I think there'd be room for more. So I've got room for it to get a bit colder than it currently is and still be okay with this jacket. The collar also flips up, which is kind of nice for the drafty back of the neck area. And it comes with a hood that snaps on. One of the guys here got a medium-sized jacket and it fits him perfectly, but he's now finding he might have preferred to go a size up just to have a bit more airflow in the arms. The jacket does have one pocket. They call it a breast pocket, but I don't know whose breasts are down here. Not mine yet anyways. And it's kind of under the flap of the reflective band, so it's a little bit difficult to get into. So if your phone's way on the bottom there, it can be a little bit difficult to access. So if you think of putting emergency stuff or stuff you really need to get to quickly, it may not be the best pocket for it, unless you practice. So to recap, the positives of this jacket are the high visibility, which is great for forestry work, ruggedness, which is also great for scrambling through the bush and spiky bushes, and the waterproofness. If you are working in rainy conditions, it's great, like 100% waterproof. The negatives are breathability. There isn't really any, so if you're moving and sweating at all, or if you're a person who sweats a lot, even if you're not moving, you will get wet. You will be swampy in this jacket. That being said, overall, I don't regret buying it. I like it. It looks cool. Does everything they said it would. But bottom line, it is a shell, like many other shells that exist that have no particular breathability advantages. And that being the case, it is a very expensive shell. Like, paying $340 for like a fancy Gore-Tex thing kind of makes more sense in my mind than for, you know, a completely unbreathable shell with snaps. Honestly, before we got these, we were using Army surplus rain jackets, which, like, granted, they're not high-vis. The Army isn't big on high-vis. They're Army green, but they're just as waterproof, just as breathable, not at all, and maybe not quite as rugged. But honestly, at $10 a piece from the Army surplus store, if I need to get a new one every 6 to 10 years, you know, if you're on a budget, it's probably a better option. But if you have the money and you like it, why not? So there you have it. Do you have a hurricane jacket? Do you agree or disagree with my observations? Or did you notice something that I didn't notice or mention? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm curious to read your thoughts. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and hit that red subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And as always, take care out there, guys, and we'll see you again soon.